Teaching presence is one of the three presences in the Community of Inquiry framework. Teaching presence refers to your ability as an online instructor to inject yourself into your course as an active teacher, as a community facilitator, and as a frequent communicator. While students appreciate a well-designed and easy-to-navigate course, no amount of design expertise replaces the impact of a warm and engaged online instructor. Indeed, studies have shown that when students perceive a high amount of instructor presence in a course, they also perceive higher levels of learning and of course satisfaction. It's important that online instructors communicate to students both individually about their learning and progress, as well as collectively as a class. It is also important that instructors provide opportunities for real and authentic interactions with their students. Our goal at William & Mary is to provide students with online learning experiences that are similar to their face-to-face experiences here at the university. We believe in the importance of the deep human connection in teaching and learning. Online instructors can foster this deep human connection, thereby increasing instructor presence in an online course in multiple ways. Let's consider some strategies for creating authentic human connection in your online teaching. First, cultivate a virtual class community. In face-to-face classes, the instructor sets the tone for the semester together as a class. Often, after the first day of class, students get a sense for whether the class is discussion or lecture-based. Students get a sense for whether humor and creativity are encouraged, and for whether work will be individual or collaborative or a combination of both. In the same way that you set the tone for your face-to-face class as an online instructor, you also set the tone for your virtual class. If, for example, you'd like for students to have opportunities to share personal observations and achievements, you'll need to model this type of communication for them. If, for example, humor is encouraged in your course, you'll need to model examples of appropriate humor in order to set the stage for the development of your virtual class community. In later segments, we'll share some specific tools and strategies for reaching out to your students as a class. Second, share your personality with your students. Some people consider online learning to be cold and impersonal. Indeed, online learning that lacks instructor presence can be cold and impersonal. There are ways, though, that you can share your personality with your students in your class. For example, consider sharing photos and images of your hobbies in your first discussion board introduction with your students. Or consider creating a course introduction video in which you share a little bit about yourself. Or provide course announcements and updates which include references to your life outside of the classroom. If you've been on an interesting trip, or if you've been presenting at a conference, share that with your students. Your online students will appreciate getting to know you beyond only the instructional interactions. Third, make yourself available through virtual office hours. Online instructors can provide advisement and consultation to students in the same way that face-to-face instructors do. Rather than meeting in your office, provide students with a time that you are available to meet online. You can even create a dedicated space and web meeting link within your online course to support virtual office hours. A web conferencing platform like Zoom provides everything you need to meet with your students online. Some faculty enter their virtual meeting space each week to wait for any students who'd like to enter. Others make themselves available, but request that students email them first if they intend to enter the session. Either way, making yourself available for individual or group consultation through virtual office hours helps to increase the instructor presence in your course. Cultivating a virtual class community, sharing your personality with your students, and making yourself available through virtual office hours are three strategies for deepening authentic human connection in your course. In subsequent segments, we'll share additional tools and strategies for increasing instructor presence through communal and individual communication with your class and with your students.